Academy of Art University's Urban Nights Update is next. Coming up, a Bay Area restaurant earns 3 Michelin stars to be crowned top restaurant in California.
We look into why food allergies are on the rise.
And it's that time of the year. College football playoffs are here, and it's going to be an epic battle all the way to the championship.
Entertainment reporter Arun gives us the inside scoop on superhero box office blockbusters. Who will reign supreme? Spider-Man, Aquaman, Mortal Engine, and all that and more on the Urban Nights Update. Hi there. Thanks for joining us here at Academy of Art University's Urban Nights Update. Brendan Otero is sitting in with me. I'm Zuri Williams. Dominique Crin, who owns a restaurant, has received 3 Michelin stars, making her the first woman in the United States to earn the top distinction. Michelin just released its rankings of the top eaters, and Crin's San Francisco restaurant was given a 3-star honor for its excellence. Her accomplishments also make her the 5th female chef worldwide to hold restaurants' reviewers' highest rating.
Veganism is something that has become popular in the last couple of years. Many restaurants in San Francisco have been changing their menus to accommodate vegans, but Chisme, a Mexican restaurant, made their menu half vegan. Why? We go to Raquel Herrera for more.
According to vegetarians.com, 7.3 million Americans are vegetarians and 1 million are vegan. A vegan diet consists of no animal products at all. We go to Ray Shloman, owner of Chisme, to tell us why he decided to make his menu half vegan.
So we just wanted to bring in like a different style of eating. A lot of meat eaters will eat vegan too, and the reason I did the menu kind of split half-half is because people can try both. And you get a lot of meat eaters that eat vegan also. So I think by doing vegan, you invite all the meat eaters to try to eat healthy too. And everyone nowadays trying to be a little more health conscious. So that's why we did, okay, vegan with tacos.
LiveKindly.com states that chefs at over 80 restaurants have said that plant-based food will be a top restaurant trend in 2018, with many menus featuring more meat-free options. You don't have to be vegan to try vegan food. Steven tells us his favorite dish, and guess what? There isn't any meat.
Vegan or a vegetarian?
No, I am not, but I do eat vegan and vegetarian food. I generally enjoy it about the same. My favorite dish is actually the jackfruit tacos. It's not the same as pulled pork, but it's still really good.
Vegan chef James Kinney said that chefs have the same responsibility as doctors to keep us healthy. We go to pescatarian Stasia, who tried Chisme's most popular dish.
Well, I'm from out of town, and today I tried the jackfruit tacos, and they were amazing.
So if you feel like being spontaneous and want to try vegan food, there are plenty of places like Chisme that have vegan options. In San Francisco, I'm Raquel Herrera with Urban Nights Update.
Six, 5, 4, 3.
If you would like to try Chisme's yummy vegan tacos, they are located on Sutter and Leavenworth. The Center for Disease Control has investigated 22 outbreaks in 2018 so far, which is the highest number of investigations in 12 years. FDA Commissioner Scott Gottlieb said that the numbers of investigations will rise as their method of outbreaks gets better. Gottlieb explained what's missing is the technology to track and trace an outbreak to a single distributor or grower. Make sure you guys check out the latest news on food before eating something.
More and more people are becoming allergic to common foods. Allergic reactions have risen in the past decades, with 7% of children in the United Kingdom and 9% in Australia. 2 British teenagers suffered a fatal reaction to sesame and peanut. Due to the rise of numbers, King's College in London have developed a blood test which shows 90% of foods responsible for the children's allergies, and they are hopefully to have these tests available to the public soon. Nowadays, the vegan diet is more popular because of the benefits it brings us. People are changing their diets, and Den Hin will tell us more about vegan diet.
Currently, there are a lot more people becoming vegan. This is due to the health benefits it brings, like lower blood sugar, lower risk of heart disease, lose weight, and improve kidney function. However, some people misunderstand about this diet, so they mess up their eating habit and leads to sickness. Let's meet Laura Stronas, who is a nutrition coach for better tips in vegan diet eating.
I've personally followed a vegan diet for a couple of years, and I felt great, really enjoyed it. I think the one thing you have to be mindful of is where you're getting your protein sources from. Lots of people think that veganism, you don't get enough protein, but actually you really can. You just have to get it from varied sources. We can find protein in lots of different vegetables, but also in things like tofu, tempeh, beans. You can also get it from different types of vegan yogurts. You'll find a little bit of protein in nuts. So as long as you're eating from a varied source, you'll get all of the nutrients and amino acids that your body does need to function healthily.
Vegan diet sounds like you just eat a bunch of vegetables. However, you need to consume other groups of food like proteins, grains, and others to maintain a healthy body. Vegan diet doesn't only give you health benefits, but also environmentally friendly. Besides, cutting animal products has a huge impact on the environment. Let's meet Olivia Scott, who changed to vegan diet because of her family farm.
I chose to be vegan because I have grown up with animals my whole life. I used to live on a farm with a lot of different types of animals like horses and pigs and stuff. So just from that experience, I decided to become vegan and not eat meat just because it felt so close to home.
Not only because of their health, but also because of the environment we are living in. I'm Yinhun in San Francisco for Urban Nights Update.
Thank you, Din. That is very useful information for people who are trying to go vegan. Now, millennials apparently do not want to eat canned tuna. According to the market research firm Mintel, 32% of consumers between 18 and 34 have recently purchased shellfish, in contrast to 45% of people buying shellfish over 55. The three biggest canned tuna companies, Chicken of the Sea, Bumblebee, and Starkist, are still in control of 80% of the market. Now, according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, sales have fallen to 42% since the 1980s.
A serious outbreak has supposedly peaked according to the Centers for Disease Control. A polio-like virus called acute flaccid myelitis has been confirmed in 143 cases in 33 states. AFM attacks the nerves directly like polio, or the virus sets off an autoimmune reaction that damages the nerves. The good news is that the CDC expects this number to continue to decline. This gives doctors time to find different methods to treat the disease. Maybe we should keep our wisdom teeth in to keep our wisdom. A study from JAMA Internal Medicine suggests that teens that are prescribed opioids by their dentist after the procedure are more likely to abuse opioids within a year's time. Last year, 60,000 people died from opioid overdoses, which is the highest total ever in the United States. Wisdom tooth pain relief is often a teen's first exposure to opioids.
The college football playoff is finally set. The top 4 teams include 3 teams who went undefeated during the regular season: Alabama, Clemson, and Notre Dame. And the 4th and final spot was awarded to Oklahoma, who won the Big 12 championship against Texas on Saturday. Ohio State and Georgia were the other 2 teams who had an argument for their spot in the CFP. But Oklahoma trumped them all with a better strength of schedule than Ohio State, and a conference championship that Georgia couldn't capture. The first round is set to go on December 29th, Oklahoma versus Alabama in the Orange Bowl, and Clemson versus Notre Dame in the Cotton Bowl. The winner of each game will face off for the national championship at Levi Stadium on January 7th. 3 months of football has come down to one final weekend. After the top-ranked teams got one last chance to showcase their talent, the committee made their selections. There are 39 bowl matchups, resulting in 82 teams with 6 or more wins that will play in a bowl game, and the 4 major teams, Miami, Louisiana, Monroe, Southern Mississippi, and Wyoming, did not make the cut. Now let's see how this plays out. Now moving on from the national scale, we go local to Raquel Herrera, who catches up on the latest from our Art U sports teams. Raquel?
Hey guys, welcome back to another week of Art U Sport. Today we will be going over Art U women's basketball and which night we should all keep an eye on for big things this year. Then we will head to men's basketball, and after that we are going to talk about women's tennis teams rankings, and lastly we will end with a quick review of men's soccer and who will be named the new head coach. But for now, let's shoot on over to women's basketball. Even though the Knights outscored Concordia in the second quarter, RU women's basketball team had a tough loss with a final score of 83-59. Ines Medina did have a season high of 18 points and 11 rebounds. Besides the loss, a Knight to keep your eye on this season is Chanel Stewart, a freshman from Elk Grove, California. This freshman is ranked 7th overall in the NCAA Division II for having 4 steals, 2 blocks, 9 rebounds, and 15 points per game. These great efforts from Stewart also won Freshman Pac-West Defender of the Week. Now let's lace up and head over to men's basketball. The men's basketball team played an amazing game against Point Loma. This was the men's first Pac-West Conference game of the season. RU outscored Point Loma in the second quarter 28-24. But after all the great efforts from the team, the hard-fought battle ended in a 54-51 loss. They also lost the following game in overtime against Concordia, 82-79. The men's next Pac-West game is Saturday, December 8th at Notre Dame. For some exciting news, we now head to RU women's tennis for this year's rankings. From the latest national ranking from Intercollegiate Tennis Association, senior twins Alma and Clara Belentorp are ranked 5th in the nation for doubles, and senior teammate Monika Stanikova is ranked 7th in the nation for singles. Last season, the women's tennis team was ranked as high as number 7, but ended the season number 10. The Knights' first exhibition match is on January 19th against USF. After a rough year in the men's soccer, we will be seeing a new face helping the team next season. Mid-season, the men's soccer team had a very unfortunate moment when the head coach decided to step down for reasons we do not know. The men's team worked hard but did struggle through the season to find consistency. Good news is Director of Athletics Brad Jones announced assistant coach Matt Martin as the new head coach. Martin has many years of experience in recruiting, training, and managing teams. Before coming to RU, Martin was a MLS scout for 10 years. Martin's years of knowledge will be very beneficial for the men's team next season. And that's all we have for this week for RU Sports. Thank you for joining. Back to you guys.
It's the wedding the world's been talking about. Priyanka Chopra and Nick Jonas have tied the knot in 2 decadent ceremonies in India over the weekend. The celebrations kept going on Tuesday with yet another glamorous reception, this time at the Taj Palace Hotel in New Delhi, India. Fans got their first look at the wedding pics thanks to newly published portraits of the pair. The wedding bell stopped ringing for Brangelina back in 2016. Now, the Fight Club actor is fighting Jolie for custody of their 6 children. From 2016 until now, there have been several legal arrangements, including the kids' 9-month stay with mom and supervised visits for dad. But in late November, the couple have agreed on joint custody. Pitt is quoted saying he wants this new adjustment to be as smooth as possible.
With the holiday season upon us, and if you don't feel like being coped up in the house, there are a few blockbuster hits coming out. Let's find out more with Arun Palacio.
Welcome to this week's latest entertainment. A few movies are hitting the big screen this holiday season. With superhero movies being pushed to the front of the box office, you expect to see a lot of great titles, while Aquaman is getting his very own solo movie detailing his battle to be accepted by his people under the sea and above the sea. Jason Momoa's performance in Justice League was just loved by all, and many are excited to see how he does in the upcoming film. Aquaman is a character that people wouldn't picture getting their own solo movie, not only to be played by this muscular beast Jason Momoa. He gives a much more edgier look to the character. That just might make his rendition of the character so iconic. The release date for this film is December 21st. This would be a great surprise for the kids this holiday.
But you also bring a little bit of Jason in it. So tell me about developing Aquaman, Arthur.
Well, I think it's encouraged by Zach and by James to put little pieces of myself and within the film. I've never actually put this much of myself in a film before, but it seemed to work. I normally don't smile and giggle and laugh, but thanks, James. Now the world knows I smile, so it was nice to.
Another interesting movie based on a series of novels by Philip River called Mortal Engines. The movie is set in a post-apocalyptic world where cities are on wheels, and London is a superpower in the world that seeks to control what's left of the world by destroying everything in its way. This is an interesting take on a post-apocalyptic world where we still have all of our technology and the world is still brightly colored. The fight for humanity is what makes the world so different from ours. This movie is set to release next week, Friday, on the 14th.
World that has been realized by Peter Jackson and his team.
The breadth of vision that they brought to Lord of the Rings, they're going to bring the same to Mortal Engines.
The cities are actually moving. They're traction cities. They're massive.
The big cities ingest smaller towns, and London is one of the biggest. They are on a mission to hunt down another town.
Marvel has released another trailer for their upcoming Captain Marvel solo movie for their expanded universe, as we move away from the older cast with a whole new set of characters like Black Panther, Scarlet Witch, and Spider-Man, helping them focus on a new era. The movie will take place before the Infinity War, focusing on the Skrulls invading the Earth, and we see a return of Samuel L. Jackson playing Nick Fury, accompanying Captain Marvel on her adventures. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is the first Spider-Man movie to portray the Spider of African-American descent, of course being Miles Morales, also showing the vast array of other Spider-Men from the other dimensions are included. Marvel has been including the African-American superheroes more, giving the brown and black children someone to relate to. Spider-Ham will be a standout character for the kids, and I can foresee the figures for this Porky Pig to sell like crazy. So make sure to be on the lookout for those pigs this holiday season. Well, that's all we have for this week's entertainment. Don't forget the holiday box office is stacked with great releases. Back to you guys.
Who doesn't enjoy driving through the streets of their hometown and seeing all the houses decorated with lights and Christmas decorations? Well, Christmas time is here, but not everyone feels the holiday cheer. Jeremy and Christy Morris are well known in Idaho for turning their home into Christmas wonderland, completed with 200,000 lights. However, their neighbors have been trying to shut them down by not only harassing them, but the visitors as well. In response, the family sued their homeowners association, and a jury ruled in favor of them, granting the family $75,000 in damage. And we all have that one person on our list who is much harder to shop for than the rest. Although it would seem like it would be easy to shop for our parents and our partners, they can actually present the toughest challenges. When we ask our parents, is there anything they would like, they always say no. According to Kohl's sell list, cookers, pajamas, and record players are the top gifts people shop for.
Thanks, Zuri. Now here's Gonzo Rios with our holiday interview.
What's going on, everyone? I'm here with
Shalia Brooks.
Shalia Brooks, thank you so much for being here. Can I just start off by saying what an awesome shirt you have.
Thank you.
Where can I get one of those shirts? Because I want one.
Forever 21. They're like on sale, so
Forever
check
21?
them out. Yeah.
How many Christmas themed shirts do you have?
Actually 4.
4.
Yeah, I'd love to get in the Christmas spirit around this time.
Christmas spirit. Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me, what kind of things do you and your family do during the Christmas holidays?
Well, we make homemade Rice Krispie treats.
Ooh, that sounds really good.
Cookies, chocolate chip, sugar cookies, hot chocolate. We watch A Christmas Story. They always play a marathon on TNT.
Oh, okay.
So we just watch that like nonstop, and we just chill around the house and eat sweets and just get in the mood. Yeah, that's what we do.
So do you guys celebrate kind of like the meaning of Christmas, you know, Jesus and stuff like that? You guys go to church? Okay.
Yeah, we do.
You guys go to church on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve?
We go to church on Christmas Day. Like my church, we have like a nice little Christmas service. It's not too long because they understand we want to, get to the food and the presents. So we have like a nice little hour-and-a-half service, and thanks Jesus, and then go back through everything.
Yeah, no. So you're familiar how some people celebrate it on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. What do you prefer? Do you prefer celebrating it on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day?
A little of both, honestly. Sometimes we'll probably open up one gift, for my grandparents if they've already put something under the tree, and then we just save everything for Christmas Day, the big dinner and opening all the gifts and just being with each other and just having a Merry Christmas.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. So speaking of gifts, what kind of gifts do you expect now that you're older? You know, as a kid, you got toys, Barbies, race cars, all this stuff, you know, bikes. So what do you expect now that you're a lot older?
Some money would be nice.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I mean, it's nice to save money. It's nice to always have money. So, like a lot of my family, they just give me money, especially because I'm a college student. So they understand I can use it for whatever I need.
Exactly. So what kind of gifts do you give other people now that you're a lot older?
I like to give like my brothers clothes I know they wouldn't buy. Like I'm trying to get them into wearing different colors. So I like to buy people clothes that I know they wouldn't buy for themselves, but I know it would look nice on them. Like that. Just expand their wardrobe.
No,
you know?
like I remember as a kid, I would hate receiving clothes because I just wanted toys. But now that I'm older, I'd prefer clothes.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'd either prefer clothes or money because, you know, it's like, we're college students, you know, why not shop for us instead of us having to go and shop?
Exactly.
You know, right?
Exactly. I love it.
Well, thank you so much for being here. That's all the time we have. Now back to you guys.
Thanks, Gonzo. Now we're going to go to Roundtable with Angel Mora as the group talks about managing holiday gift expectations during the holidays.
All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Roundtable. I'm Angel Moore. I'm here with Dan Huynh, Stefan Milivojevic, and Victor Ruiz de Carranza. And since Christmas is around the corner, we're going to talk about gift expectations and see what people react on what they get on the gifts. So the first question probably I'm going to talk about is going to be, so you're around the family around Christmas time, and you see like an older sibling get what they want. And then when you open your Christmas present, you're not very satisfied because that's not what you asked for. So let's get your opinion on like, is it okay like if you get your own present that you like or you didn't get?
For me, I think I'll be like normal because I'm happy that I got the present. So yeah, I don't think I will react like much on like what I don't like about the present because everyone's there.
You're basically going to like react on
like,
that you like it no matter what?
Yeah,
okay.
no matter
That's sweet.
In my case, I think like since me and my brother like have always had like kind of like this rivalry, like we laugh at each other and stuff. You know, at first I would be like, you know, kind of mad, sassy about it, but you know, then I would be like, you know, it's Christmas, like I'll be happy that he got a good present. So
yeah, like personally for me, since I'm an international student, I'm from overseas. We don't get any gifts like for Christmas because it's like part of our culture. So I mean, I understand like part of you, like, you know, when you get, you know, mad if you don't get any. So personally, if I ever like get any, I'm like, you know, appreciate it no matter what it is. But like I'm not as much as used to getting any gifts. So
like bouncing off that and like you talk about like our significant others, like persons, girlfriends, boyfriends, and you ask for something for Christmas, but they don't end up getting what you wanted. Like how would you react to your significant other?
I think like I don't know, like they're always like it doesn't matter like if they don't give you what you ask for, like, you know, the fact that they have the detail and, you know, they want to get you something, they get you something, it's like it's already good to me, honestly. You know, I'm not such a materialistic person, like I don't really care about that, so for me it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, as long as it's like as it's any gift and as it's like a sign of attention to someone. It can be even the smallest one, but it still can mean a lot. So.
Yeah, same. Probably I'll be very happy, but a little bit sad because it's not what I'm asking for. But yeah, still happy what I got.
And bouncing off that, like, why do you think people like gravitate towards like the most expensive items on their Christmas gift list, whatever? And why do you think like they want that? And why is that?
Well, because I feel like that's like the time of the year, you know, that people just take advantage of. Okay, it's Christmas, you know, they feel like, you know, they can get what they, you know, whatever they want. But honestly, like I feel like those are materialistic persons that really care about that, like, you know, getting that, honestly. But for me, it's not important, so I don't know.
Yeah, like Victor said, like usually those type of people like more materialistic. And I think that you like, since it's Christmas, it's like big event. You can like afford yourself like to waste a lot of money and to buy like to spend more money than usual. So and you want to impress someone. So I think like they're aiming to get
the highest things they want, the most expensive
yeah,
things. Yeah,
like and they think they're gonna impress more that person.
And that's all we have today. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Angel, for that riveting roundtable. My personal favorite holiday movie is Nightmare Before Christmas. What's yours? Josh Carlin hit the streets of San Francisco to ask people what their favorite holiday movie of the holiday is.
I think my favorite Christmas movie has to be Elf with Will Ferrell because he's like the best actor out there, and it's just like a funny Christmas movie. It's a classic.
So my favorite Christmas movie is The Holiday because it gives me so many Christmas feelings.
My favorite Christmas movie is Jingle All the Way because nothing I love seeing Arnold Schwarzenegger fight a bunch of Santas in a warehouse and Sinbad as a mailman.
So my favorite Christmas movie is Die Hard because I love Bruce Willis action movies.
My favorite Christmas movie is It's a Wonderful Life, Frank Capra's classic. I can watch that every year and never stop enjoying it.
My favorite is Love Actually, which people say is not a Christmas movie, but I think it's a Christmas movie, and I love it because I love Colin Firth.
Thank you, Josh. Now let's head into this special segment.
Hi guys, on this week's special segment, I'm going to show you guys how to make a DIY Santa Christmas ornament, and this is what your final product is going to look like. What you will need is scissors, white craft sticks, super glue, a Sharpie, red and black paint, ribbon, and cotton balls, and a paintbrush. First step is you're going to get one of the white craft sticks and paint the top of it red. Next, you are going to use the tip of the Sharpie, dip it in the black paint, and dot on the eyes. You don't want to use the actual Sharpie because it will bleed. After the eyes, you are going to do the same for the blush cheeks, but with red paint. Then pull a piece of cotton from the cotton ball and roll it in between your palms very tightly. Then put just a small dot of glue on the top and place the cotton ball on the glue. Then you will get the rest of the cotton ball, stretch it out, and roll it in between your hands. Put a line of glue across the craft stick, and this will be the lining of Santa's hat. Next, you are just going to put the glue all over the bottom half of Santa and get a cotton ball, place it on the glue. You might have to adjust the cotton ball just a little bit so you can cover all of the glue. Next, you are going to cut a piece of ribbon, glue the two ends together, then turn Santa around, put a small dot of glue at the top, and place the ribbon on the glue. And there you have it, your own homemade Santa ornament.
Thanks, Rocky. I can't do that, but I'll probably get my niece to or something. We all love a bargain and cheap clothes, but what is the real cost of fast fashion? Tamara Jaber explores the fast economy and the effects on our environment.
Even as fashion has gotten faster, cheaper, and more disposable, there's another cost on stocking up on fresh looks. Fashion is now one of the most polluting industries in the world. The textile industry alone produces more greenhouse gases than the aviation and shipping industries combined. And the sheer amount of clothes we consume is expected to keep going up. Stores like H&M, Zara, and Forever 21 are perfect examples of fast fashion. Cheap clothes that bring catwalk styles to the public in a matter of weeks.
I don't choose fast fashion, it chooses me.
I feel like I shop fast fashion a lot because of budget reasons.
The shoes that you get at Zara or a place like that end up getting ruined within like a few weeks.
Black turtlenecks or things like that that I can mix and match and keep for, as long as they last.
Fashion consumption has gone from 62 million tonnes in 2016 to 102 million tonnes by 2030. At that rate, the fashion business would need to use 35% more land and 50% more water. That's 70 pounds of waste per person. Ellen MacArthur, creator of the circular economy, believes the fashion industry needs a drastic redesign so the product can stay out for as long as possible. It would then feed back into the economy as raw material.
Now, we all love a bargain and we all love cheap clothes, but next time you're going through your closet and you realize you've only worn things once or twice, just know that all these clothes are probably going to end up in the landfill.
I'm Tamara Jaber for Urban Nights Update.
Now that wraps up this edition of Urban Nights Update. For everyone here, thanks for joining us. I'm Missouri Williams.
And I'm Brendan Otero. See you back next time.